Hello, darlings. Today, I invite you to join me on a journey to a place that feels almost untouched by time, where nature and legend are woven together in the very air you breathe. Let me take you to a marvelous place, Estonia, a small country in northern Europe, nestled between the Baltic Sea and vast stretches of ancient woodland. Though it may not be the first destination that comes to mind, Estonia is a hidden gem, waiting to be discovered by those who seek something truly special. Unlike bustling cities or sunny beaches, Estonia offers something ancient and magical. Here, the modern world gently fades away, and you find yourself surrounded by landscapes that have remained unchanged for centuries. Over half the country is covered in forests, where the trees seem to whisper old secrets. These woods are alive with stories, their branches arching overhead like the vaulted ceilings of a natural cathedral. It's like stepping into a fairy tale, where every rustle and shadow holds a story. The morning mist drifts between the trunks, and shafts of sunlight dance across the mossy ground, making the whole forest shimmer with enchantment. The air is crisp, scented with pine and earth. Each breath fills your lungs with freshness, and you can almost taste the purity of the land. Dewdrops cling to pine needles, and the ground is soft beneath your feet, carpeted with moss and pine cones. Here, nature is the heart of the nation, and people have cherished their woods for thousands of years. Families wander along winding trails, children play among the trees, and age-old traditions are kept alive in the shade of the forest. Estonians see the forest as a living world, full of spirits and wonder. Folklore and myth are part of daily life, with stories of forest guardians and magical creatures passed down through generations. Even today, people leave small offerings at ancient shrines, hoping for good fortune and protection. As you leave Tallinn's cobbled streets, the landscape becomes an endless sea of green. The city's medieval towers soon give way to rolling meadows and dense forests, inviting you to explore deeper into Estonia's wild heart. The silence is filled with birdsong and the wind in the branches, a symphony that calms the mind. Listen closely, and you'll hear woodpeckers tapping, the gentle rustle of leaves, and the distant call of a cuckoo, all blending into a peaceful melody. This journey is about feeling the magic, walking on mossy ground, and discovering a land where fairy tales are woven into daily life. Every step takes you further from the ordinary and closer to the extraordinary, as if you've stepped into the pages of a storybook. So come with me, let's step into Estonia's enchanting, whispering woods, where every path leads to wonder, and every moment is touched by the magic of nature. What makes an Estonian forest so captivating? Is it the sheer expanse of green, the sense of mystery that lingers beneath the canopy, or the feeling that you've stepped into a world untouched by time? It's a blend of diversity and magic. Here, ancient trees stand side by side with young saplings, and the air is thick with the scent of pine, earth, and moss. The forest is alive with stories, both old and new. One moment, you're in a dark spruce forest where the trees grow so close together that sunlight barely touches the ground, and the silence feels almost sacred. The next, you emerge into a sunlit birch grove, where white trunks gleam and leaves shimmer in the breeze, painting the world in gold and green. The mossy ground is like velvet, soft underfoot and alive with color, dotted with red-capped mushrooms and wild berries, tiny jewels for those who know where to look. Every step reveals a new detail, a hidden flower, a scurrying beetle, the delicate web of a spider. Light filters through the leaves, creating a shifting pattern on the forest floor. The sun's rays dance and flicker, making the woods feel both mysterious and welcoming. In summer, the white nights bathe the woods in endless twilight. The sky never truly darkens, and the forest glows with a gentle, ethereal light that blurs the line between day and night. The forest feels suspended between reality and a dream, as if time itself slows down and the world becomes softer, quieter, more magical. Wildlife is everywhere: bears, wolves, lynx, moose. Even if you only see their tracks pressed into the soil or hear a distant call echoing through the trees, the presence of these creatures is felt in every rustle and shadow. Sharing this ancient space with such creatures adds a thrill to every step. There's a sense of humility and awe, knowing you are just a visitor in their timeless home. These forests are a vital sanctuary for the wild heart of Europe, a refuge for rare species and a living memory of the continent's natural past. Every walk is a new adventure, a new chapter in nature's storybook. Each path leads to discovery, whether it's a hidden glade, a secret stream, or the sudden flight of a startled bird. Estonia's forests invite you to slow down, breathe deeply, and truly see the world around you. Here, you can reconnect with nature and perhaps with yourself. Estonian folklore is born from the deep woods, filled with spirits, giants, and magical beings. Vanapagan, a clumsy giant, is often outwitted by clever humans, reminding us that wit beats strength. The Metsikud, or forest spirits, can guide or mislead you, depending on your respect for nature. Treat the forest kindly, and you might find wild strawberries. Disrespect it, and you'll walk in circles. The Krat, a magical servant made from old tools, must always be kept busy or it turns on its master. These tales blend the practical and the fantastical, teaching respect and ingenuity. Passed down through generations, they shape how Estonians see their world. Knowing these stories, every rock and whisper in the woods feels alive. A simple walk becomes a magical experience. I remember venturing deep into Lahima National Park, following a faint trail through ancient pines. The only sound was my boots on the soft ground, the trees towering above. I imagined myself in a fairy tale, half expecting to find a hidden cottage or a mischievous pixie. A clear, cold stream invited me to pause and connect with the wildness around me. In a clearing stood an ancient oak, its branches reaching out like welcoming arms. I placed my hand on its bark, feeling the weight of centuries. The forest asked for nothing but presence, offering peace in return. I didn't see giants or devils, but I found something just as magical: serenity. The memory of that silence and light stays with me. Estonia's true magic is this quiet connection to nature. It's an experience you carry long after you leave. Estonia's bogs, or raba, are ancient mystical landscapes. Far from gloomy, they're breathtaking. Picture open expanses, stunted pines, and dark pools reflecting the sky. Wooden boardwalks let you float above this strange world, preserving its fragile beauty. The silence is absolute, broken only by your footsteps or a distant crane. The bogs are alive with color, mosses in green, red, orange, and bright cranberries in autumn. The pools, tea-colored and clear, mirror the sky perfectly. The most magical time is dawn, when mist swirls and sunrise paints the world in pink and gold. I once watched the sun rise over Suma National Park, the world soft and new. It felt like witnessing the birth of a new day. Estonia's bogs are otherworldly, meditative, and unforgettable. In Estonia's wilderness, true darkness returns, and with it, a sky ablaze with stars. Here, far from the reach of city lights, the night feels ancient and untouched, as if you've stepped back in time to an era when the world was ruled by the rhythms of nature. The Milky Way stretches overhead, breathtaking and bright, a river of light flowing across the heavens. Each star seems to shimmer with its own story, and the constellations feel close enough to touch. The sheer clarity of the sky is humbling, reminding you of the vastness of the universe and your small but meaningful place within it. I spent a night in a rustic cabin, lit only by candles and a crackling fire. The gentle flicker of flames cast dancing shadows on the wooden walls, creating a sense of warmth and comfort. Without electricity, every sound and sensation felt heightened, and the simple act of lighting a candle became a ritual of peace. As night fell, the forest transformed, every sound magnified, every shadow alive. The wind rustled through the pines, and the distant call of an owl echoed in the darkness. The forest seemed to breathe, alive with secrets and stories waiting to be discovered. It wasn't frightening, but thrilling, as if the woods were sharing their secrets. Each step along the moonlit path felt like an invitation to explore, to listen, and to truly be present in the moment. Wrapped in a blanket, I stepped outside into the cold, crisp air and gazed up. The silence was profound, broken only by the soft crunch of frost beneath my feet and the gentle whisper of the wind. Shooting stars streaked across the sky, making me feel small yet connected to the universe. Each meteor was a fleeting moment of wonder, a reminder of how magical the world can be when we pause to look up. The silence of the forest was a comforting blanket, the air a tonic for the soul. Breathing in the fresh pine-scented air, I felt my worries melt away, replaced by a deep sense of calm and gratitude. I slept deeply, dreaming of stars and whispering trees. The gentle crackle of the fire and the distant sounds of the forest lulled me into a peaceful slumber, unlike any I'd experienced before. Waking to birdsong and sunlight was glorious. The first rays of dawn filtered through the trees, painting the forest in gold and filling the air with hope for a new day. A night in Estonia's wild resets your rhythm to nature's pace. You wake up feeling in tune with the world around you, as if you've rediscovered a forgotten harmony. It's more than camping, it's a renewal of wonder. The experience lingers, inspiring you to seek out more moments of awe and connection in your everyday life. The experience leaves you refreshed and inspired, carrying the peace of the forest and the memory of a sky full of stars wherever you go. To understand Estonia, you must know its people's deep connection to the forest. The woods are part of their identity, a refuge, a source of food and medicine, a place for contemplation. This bond is woven into language, tradition, and daily life. I met a woman gathering herbs, her knowledge passed down through generations. She spoke of the forest as a wise friend, a living pharmacy, and sacred space. Even in a digital age, Estonians escape to cabins, sauna, and swim in forest lakes. Sustainable forestry and every man's right ensure everyone can enjoy and protect the woods. The forest belongs to all, fostering collective responsibility. Estonia's people and forests are inseparable. Estonia's traditions are deeply tied to the forest and seasons. Jaanipäev, or Midsummer's Day, is celebrated with bonfires, singing, and the search for a mythical fern flower. The sauna, often in a log cabin, is a ritual of purification using birch or oak branches. Foraging for mushrooms and berries is a national pastime, connecting people to the land. Finding wild chanterelles is a moment of pure joy, a delicious link to nature. Ancient runic songs tell stories of the sun, moon, trees, and animals, passing down knowledge and myth. These songs echo the landscapes they come from, binding people to nature. Estonia's music, food, and rituals all celebrate the forest's gifts. Living in harmony with nature is at the heart of Estonian culture. Their traditions are a beautiful echo of the past, still alive today. The forest shapes every aspect of life. Our journey through Estonia's forests and fairy tales ends here. But I hope I've sparked your imagination. Estonia is more than a place. It's a feeling of peace, wonder, and warmth. It reminds us of the magic in simple things. A walk in the woods, a wild berry, a star-filled sky. We are part of nature, and by connecting with it, we reconnect with ourselves. You don't need to be an adventurer, just curious and willing to listen to the silence. Whether by a bonfire or beneath an ancient oak, Estonia feels like coming home. Dream of its green forests and the secrets they hold. One day, you may find yourself there, knowing that fairy tales are real.